Hey guys, welcome to another tech video here at Highland Cycles. I'm Morgan. This is my shop, Highland Cycles. We're in Western Colorado, and I'm going to show you how to install the new Dal Soggio Sphere 3.0s into a set of WP Xact spring forks. This is off of a 2024 450 XCFW. The Xact spring forks are very, very good before you jump all over me and scream because, oh, this the forks are very good. This gentleman is a AA racer. He likes to go real fast. The Xact forks could be valved to make work really well for that speed, but he wants to use the spheres because he likes the bladder setup. He likes a little bit more control, and then he definitely appreciates the really, really nice parts that are inside these forks, or inside these cartridges. So I'm gonna yank these suckers apart, put them in. I'll show you how to do it. It's super, super easy. All right, guys, these things come apart like any other fork. Gonna use our clicker koozie. Just a quick advertisement here. Clicker koozie is pretty sweet. Goes over any modern fork, 48 millimeter fork, whatever. That goes there. I'll show you. Then we can flip this thing up, put it on the ground in the pan, and we don't damage the clicker. We don't have to take that off. We can push on it and everything. So, developed by me and our friends at Moto Minded. The Moto Minded guys are the ones who build it. I'm the one who came up with the idea. So, yeah, pretty stoked. It's working out. We're selling lots of them. They're available on our website. Also, Intech USA sells them. So, yeah, pretty cool. So we just take that, flip it over. That way that can drain out. There we go. Totally contained and totally protected. Pretty sweet setup. And yeah, someone's going to be like, I'll go 3D print that myself. Well, then go ahead. Or you can buy it from me or Intech and support it at a local business. So here is our cartridges. We're going to take these. We're going to put them back in that sphere box. All right, so even on these Xacts, we're going to have to take this lug off of the tube. So we're going to take this apart. We're servicing these forks anyway. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so if you don't have special tools, which you don't really need special tools at all to take these things apart, you do need a vise. But what I do is I chalk it up in a vise. I don't have, honestly, a holder big enough to hold this safely without hurting it, crushing it, or scratching it, something like that. But even if I did, though, I would do it this way because this holds this way better. A vise will hold this flat piece down here, flat piece, you know what I mean, saying better. Anyway, so chalk that sucker up. Now we're going to grab a screwdriver that's about the right size to go right through that hole, and then we're going to heat this up nice and hot with our blue wrench, and then we're going to spin that thing off. Let's see, make sure. Not quite hot enough. Oh, finally, guys. That is some legitimate thread locker they put on there. And that Probably gonna have to heat it up again mid, I don't know, it's coming. I've had it before where this thread locker they use will actually, you know, set back up as it cools off. And you gotta do it again. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Boom, there we go. Now we gotta let that cool off. All right, now got that off. I'm gonna take this off of our spheres. This is our adapter. So the way this works, guys, it's got O-ring here, and you leave the O-ring in there also, and then O-ring here, and then it's got this plastic protector. Don't make sure you don't forget that, because this all slaps down on there. Spring anyway. You'll ruin this if you don't put that in there. So drop that in. I'm gonna clean this really good. Actually, I'm gonna take it over to the parts washer. I'm gonna use a wire brush to really clean these threads out so we can get new, good thread locker on there. All right, guys, got that nice and clean. Gonna use our Worth Red thread locker. Actually, I'm gonna blow this off, get it nice and dry. And I obviously cleaned this out really well. So now, use plenty of this red thread locker, because you do not want these coming loose. I've actually seen them come loose from guys that didn't put any thread locker on there, and it starts leaking. I've never seen anything like real bad happen, but they just start leaking oil out of the bottom. So got plenty of that on there. Now we're just gonna go together. There we go. Boom. Now we are good. So I like to look at the sheet. Biggest thing is it says, you know, it's got the markings. I'll show you here on the cartridge. It's the 10 mark for springs at 485 in length. So we're going to check our spring length. All right. So these springs are more like 470. So that's like 15 different. Let me show you. These are freaking cool. I love it because we don't have to buy new springs. So there's the 10 and it's at that. So what we want to do is we're going to go to 15 mil shorter. Because I don't know if these are set up in 5s. Looks like they are. So these are set up in 5, so we're going to go 3 down. It's not at the 15 mark because that would be 5 or 25 mil. All right, so we move that. See, 15 down. And I had a question about this earlier. Actually, online, someone messaged me. You're gonna see, we put this spring on here. There's no, it's not captive. There's no like holder to keep it in line because the fork will do that. It's inside the aluminum or the steel part. That's no problem. So just so you know, that's how it's supposed to be. I take our clicker koozie, fits on these two. I put this upside down on the ground. Everything's happy and safe. Take our adjuster rod. It's brand new, but I still like to push on that, make sure that moves. I like to take this lock nut, push it all the way down. All right, that is set aside. Now we're doing new seals and bushings on this because this gentleman is smart and is making everything fresh and brand new. We're just using OEM SKF seals and then OEM bushings. And this is just like any other fork seal job. Boom. There we go. Sorry. Tusk fork seal driver, guys. Really nice. And I just use one to save time on that bushing and washer because it's so stiff it's going to go down together. So really one is just fine. Then when we do the seal, we put them both on there since it's rubber. And we don't want to drive it on cockeyed. There's a circlip in there. Boom. That's ready to go. I got our fork tube. Go over. Got our damper rod holder. Guys, do not buy the Tusk aluminum damper rod holder. Don't, it will ruin a damper rod if it spins at all. So like just buy the Racetech one. It's plastic, or you know, 3D print your own like everybody says they can do. All right, I'm gonna finish this off. Just a little. Now these call for like 375 or 350. I don't know. There's a range, right? This gentleman has done lots of testing with lots of forks and whatever, and we are gonna run 300 cc's in here because he can always add more relatively easily. But he has found, because these spheres are the MX valved spheres because he's a fast dude, and I'm running the MX valve 3.0s and they've been really good even in the rocks, even on the Death March. So he's found if he runs a little bit lower oil with stiff valving, he likes the way that makes the bike work. So I think, yeah, you have to go with the Yamaha style fork cap tool when you switch over to these. There we go. Now we'll get our clicker settings to what they recommend, and he can mess with them after that. So 13, which they probably already are, but I don't know. And 12 on the rebound. All right, guys, last thing, we gotta set the air pressure in the bladder. If you remember from one of my videos on my 3.0s, I must have set one and not the other. That was terrible. because one of them had 45 psi in it, and it was really rough until I figured that out. Then they were brilliant. All right, so the B is the bladder, and it's right at 25 pounds, which, let's see what that is in bar. 1.73 bar. So that, because they call for 1.8 atmospheres. What's the atmospheres? How much is bar atmosphere? I don't know, but 25 is where I'm setting it, because I think 1.8 actually ends up being like 28, but I found that 25 was good, so we're gonna run with 25. And Alan will probably change all this, guys, and if I think about it, I will get his settings when he's done with these and let you guys know. Actually, we're also going to be, I'm going to be going riding with him and testing, because he brought a Pro shock from WP for this thing, and it's, yeah, I'm excited about that, so I'm going to get to ride that too. All right, guys, there we go. Dal Soggio's installed. I'm a big fan of these things, guys. They come with a full spec sheet showing you all the shims. These are just the valving from Dal Soggio, so pretty psyched about that. I still have the other fork to do, but you guys don't need to see that. It works just like that one. So, yeah, thanks for joining me for this video. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. If you want to order a set of spheres, let me know. We can drop ship them right to you. These things are $1,500 shipped to your door through us, and they're absolutely incredible. I'm a big fan. I got lots of videos on the spheres. If you just want to see anything, just type in Highland Cycles, all one word, and Dal Soggio, and you'll see all of our videos about all the spheres and what they look like on the inside and all that stuff. So anyway, thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next one.